Football players filed a lawsuit today against a Lexington police officer, accusing that officer of faking evidence and pressing false charges. It all ties back to an Alpha Sigma Phi fraternity party in March of 2021. Remember that 6 UK football players were charged with burglary after that event and were all cleared in a school conduct investigation and by a grand jury. Well, now this new lawsuit says the players were actually the victims of racist and physical attacks, and an officer lied about it. These 5 UK football players didn't take the field at the start of last season, and a new lawsuit filed Wednesday says they were benched based on lies.
The officer lied in a search warrant. He said that there was evidence that Mr. Adams had been involved in a fight. He said that Mr. Adams admitted to being involved in a fight and had sent him pictures of his hands showing that he was in a fight, when in fact Mr. Adams denied from the very beginning ever being involved in any type of physical altercation, and he sent him pictures of his hands to prove to him the opposite, that he had not been in a fight.
The lawsuit says Lexington officer Corey Vinlow filed false charges after the fraternity accused the players of forcing their way into a party and assaulting people. This is the place where the altercation occurred. The suit says the players thought the party was an open invite, and when they arrived, people actually started yelling racial slurs and physically attacking them.
I'm sure that alcohol was played a huge role in this.
Attorneys say Alpha Sigs had been sanctioned the day before the altercation and was not supposed to host social functions. And police had responded to this home earlier in the day on a noise complaint.
The officer chose to ignore the thorough investigation that the school did. You know, they held hearings where witnesses were brought in, and it was during some of those hearings that all of these discrepancies in the stories came out from the fraternity members.
The players missed spring camp and the first 4 games of last season before they were cleared. A grand jury decided there wasn't enough evidence for the charges to stand. Their lawyer says it harmed their football careers, their education, and their name, image, and likeness.
Not just missing playing time and everything, but their names have been dragged through the mud, and they're really wanting the opportunity to regain the reputation that they had beforehand.
It is important to note that only 5 of the 6 players involved in this incident are on this lawsuit. Wide receiver Ernest Sanders did not join the case, and only 3 of the players involved are still on UK's football team. Lexington police would not comment on the pending litigation.